here with Ryle football coach Bryson Warner. Most coaches I meet with is in their office at the school. We're meeting at your real estate office. What I guess you're probably the only head coach in Northern Kentucky who's a paraprofessional. Does that make it harder for you? Is that more an advantage or a disadvantage?
Well, you have to take the positive sides of everything, and I think it's an advantage. I'm much more. I'm able to communicate better. Being a teacher in a building. It's not the old days where the head coach walks around the building and recruits all day. Our teachers at Ryle teach. They teach hard. Coach Wolf's a teacher, and he's in his classroom working, as well as Coach Harden, and so it's. I'm able to communicate better, and of course I have a passion for both, and I'm able to sub sometimes, which gets us in the building, which I enjoy doing that. So I become a teacher sometimes, but I love selling real estate, and that's my passion besides football.
The big news of the week was that the realignment was finalized. Northern Kentucky has the state's only 5-team 6A district. The fourth or the fifth place team in your guys' district will have to go down to District 2 and be the number 4 seed down there. It's different. It's never really. I've never seen it before in the state. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it's great. We wouldn't have been bothered wherever they put us. That's the way we operate. We'll play anybody, anywhere. But I did think it would hurt any of our programs because the rivalries are so big now. Our Simon Kenton game, everybody got to watch an incredible game and great competing young men on the field. And if you're not in the same district, it just takes a little bit away from that. It's not going to be the same type of game. So I think it was a smart decision by the KHSAA, and I think they made the right call.
If they would have put you guys down in the district with the Lexington schools, what would you have done?
We'd plan on winning the district, so we have a lot of respect for Northern Kentucky football, and we feel that our district, and I think year in year out, if you put our district against the teams that we play, a lot of times we come out at least the top 3 with a lot of success. But we got respect for those teams too, and it'd have been fine if we were down there as well.
Yeah. What obviously you guys have clinched the district. You still have a big rivalry game on Friday with Boone County. The orange jersey is going to come out?
No, it hasn't even been talked about. They've been in our equipment room, and I think that's where they're staying. Our guys just like wearing black and white and nothing fancy. We got a very team-focused group, and they don't like to bring attention to themselves. And ironically, for young men, that's unusual. Yeah. So, but I will say that we don't talk about what we've clinched or what we've done. Yeah. We have not even discussed it. We're just focused on going 1-0. And then we've got another great competition coming up, which makes it fun. Obviously,
you've been asked a lot this year about Travis Elliott, your junior standout running back. I've talked to some people who were around you when you were in high school and said that you guys have a lot of similarities. How much is he like you were when you were in high school?
Well, I still feel young, but that was a long time ago. Yeah. And Travis is kind of an old school type of football player. I mean, you see the way he plays. He just plays with tremendous heart and passion. It's filtered through our team. We've made him our first junior captain. Not many teams can handle a junior as a captain, but he's a tremendous leader. The way he, everybody's coming at him. He got hit hard again against Connor, but he was up within. I mean, he remarkably gets up within a second. We've timed it, and it's amazing. And that's all about the way he plays. And you can hit him as hard as you can, but you can't keep him down. That's his mentality, and he definitely has a level of passion for the game that has spread through our team.
When you get a kid like that plays as hard as he does, practices as hard as he does it almost alienate him from the group, or does it contagious? Does the rest of the group kind of thrive off the way he plays, I guess?
No, they all. I mean, it's like if you're going into a fight, you want the toughest guy, and he's usually the toughest guy on the football field, and they love him. I mean, they absolutely just think the world. They playing with Travis, he's not anything but team focused. He doesn't even probably know what his rushing touchdowns are or stats are, and that's the truth. Yeah. I mean, if we told him he was going to play guard this week, he would be excited about that, just because it's a different. That's just the way he is. He just loves football. He plays football as hard as he can at all times, including practices. Yeah. So sometimes he's got to come out and practices because the other, he will do some damage against our own team. We can't have that. Yeah. So, but they really enjoy playing with him.
What after Boone, you got a rematch with Highlands. You guys played earlier in the season. How's your team different heading into the second time around with them?
Well, we've developed our receiving core. That's what we lacked early on, and we really had a tremendous development in some receivers. We now got 4 or 5 that we feel confident in. Plus, our tight end Corey Thibodeau has done a tremendous job, just developing into quality receivers, people that can catch the ball. I think that's where our biggest plus has been throughout the season. We've become a more balanced offense, and of course, we got Connor sitting at the quarterback position. He's a heavy talent. We used his legs early on. We're going to use both. So I think that's the biggest difference this week.
The Highlands Ryle thing has kind of been interesting. The last couple of years, played twice a year, but there is a little bit of history there. You know, the two schools used to be in the same district. One of your mentors, Dave Eckstein, in just the third year Ryle's program, beat a pretty good Highlands team. How do you explain that? I mean, that's going from 0 to 60 pretty quick.
Well, Dave's just a phenomenal football coach, and everybody knows the success he's always had. And it was physical football back then for Ryle, and Highlands just didn't handle it that well. And Eddie Smith, who's a great friend of ours at Ryle, still comes around the program a lot. He just had a great night, and it was just it did start. You know, that's the only success Ryle's had against Highlands. Though I mean, Highlands had some incredible teams, but that's the reason we're playing Highlands. You know, even it's still a huge rivalry. Gives us a lot and has helped us as a program. I think the 3 contests that we were in, you know, in district this year that were so close. I think playing a team like Highlands allows you to have success in those tight ball games.
Yeah. You guys, in the state AP poll, you guys are 3rd behind X and Trinity in Class 6A. Well, Trinity and X, I guess, in that order. Will a Northern Kentucky team ever get past those two, get over the hump? How?
It's possible if they, you know, the building, you know, the Coopers, you know, when you build a new high school, that takes away from the number of young men we have in our school, and that's the biggest difference. We have 700, they have 1,400. That's the biggest difference that we have to continue to strive for. However, there's only 11 that are on the football field, and if you can get 11 to match up with their 11, then you've got a real chance, and that's our biggest job as football coaches, is to develop our young men.
Definitely. Thanks, Bryson. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.